Hi and welcome to my match reaction. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0. Honestly, I'm not going to rant today. I might do a little bit of a rant actually. It's one of those things where, honestly speaking, I didn't really watch the game initially. I was busy doing other things. And also I decided to watch the highlights and extended highlights. And obviously I've tried to catch up on the game. So I'm going to be giving my match reaction in regards to obviously what I have watched. I've heard a lot of complaints online, social media, pundits giving their own sort of reaction and their point of view and opinions in regards to certain factors in this game. The talking point, the massive talking point in this game, obviously, is the Saliba's red card. So I'm going to be covering down, obviously, the decision from the referee, whether he got it right or wrong. So let's get straight into it, guys. So if you're new around here, please consider hitting that like and share button. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It goes a long way in helping my channel grow. So I appreciate that. Now, let's get straight into the game. I want to start with the starting lineup because there's a few people online that have been suggesting that maybe Arteta got it wrong in regards to the starting lineup. And I think it's more specifically to do with Raheem Sterling. Now, you have to look at it and think to yourself, what other options did we have considering the injuries and the lack of fitness in the squad? Martinelli, yes, he probably could have started the game. However, there were reports to suggest leading up to the game that Martinelli had a knock from the international break. So it would have been a risk potentially to start him. So would you rather start a guy that's probably got a knock, or would you start another guy who has not gone away for international break and is probably feeling more refreshed and hungry to play? And in a game against Bournemouth like this, potentially, I think starting Sterling was a no-brainer, in my opinion, considering the availability that we had in the squad. So that's the first and foremost. The midfield triangle, Partey, Mourinho and Declan Rice. Does it actually work? The jury is still out. It's the first time we've tried it. In my opinion, it didn't really look like it worked. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. But I'm of the opinion that it didn't really look like it worked. And I don't think that is the midfield trio that we're going to be playing if everybody is fit. So that is that. Let's carry on with the match reaction. The talking point. I'm not going to cover the whole game. What led to the massive talking points in regards to the red card was Trossard. I'm sorry. I love Trossard and I love the way he played. He's been a sensational player for Arsenal. But I can't help to think that you put your colleague in the waters there. You decided to make a blind pass, which then put Saliba in a predicament to have to make a decision. I've seen a lot of, reactions online and opinions online that Saliba didn't have to bring him down. Yeah, probably granted he didn't have to, but in that moment, Saliba panicked and he thought, crap, this man is through on goal. Saliba is not even out of his area. He's backpedaling, and also I'm in waters here. So he just thought, he panicked as any other player would have done, and a lot of players have done in the past. He panicked for a second, and obviously it cost him, which then made him get a red card, And it's one of those things where Trossard, had it been, he controlled the pass from Calafiori, brought the ball down, controlled it, shield the ball, put man between the ball, and it would have made a 5-10 yard pass to a player. However, he decided not only to make a blind pass, but the type of pass was one of those ones where he now put the Bournemouth player in a great position to go ahead to a one-on-one. Now, there's been a lot of talks in regards to how far out he was away from goal. Would he have gone on to score? The jury's still out for that. Nobody would ever know, okay? It's one of those things where would Saliba have been able to chase him back? We will never know. Would Ben White would have been able to get back? We'd never know. Would David Raya would have made a save one-on-one? We would never know. These are questions that we would never know. But however, what we do know is the referee made a decision on field, which was for him to give William Saliba a yellow card. Now, I have no issue in regards to the red card. The fact of the matter is, ultimately, they got the right decision, in my opinion. I referee as well. Normally, I'll be saying the referee made a wrong decision. They've cost us again. However, in this scenario, they have not cost us. We've cost ourselves by making silly mistakes once again. The referee made an on-field decision to give a yellow card. However, my issue now is, as far as I'm aware and my understanding is, VAR is not there to re-ref the game. They are there to aid the referee in clear and obvious errors in decision making or in tackles or in fouls or penalties, whatever you want to call it. However, and I've seen moments earlier in this season as well where VAR has, decided to stick with the on-field decision, even though they could have been sent to the screen as well. You might be saying I'm nitpicking here in regards to, it's an Arsenal game and they've decided to send the referee to the screen. Yes, because like I said, there's been moments in the past where the referee has not been sent to the screen in various other games. I'm not going to start listing them. My problem with this red card was not the issue of the red card, was the fact that VAR is re-refereeing the game. They are not there to re-ref the game. They are there to assist the on-field referee in the decisions. In this moment or this decision making, the fact that the on-field referee had already given a yellow card, had it been he gave a red card, everybody would have been like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. You have made that decision. Because having watched what I watched, the referee was in a great position behind play. He kept up with play, fantastic. He had a clear view of the incident, fantastic. He took time to give Saliba a yellow card, fantastic. However, what did the VAR do? They decided to intervene. They decided to put their nose where it did not belong and decided to send the referee to the screen and for him and suggested it's a red card. Like I said, they made the right decision in the end. And I know everybody will be like, but isn't that what VAR is there for, to get them to make the right decision? I get it. But in this moment, I can't help but think that VAR is re-refereeing the game, especially when the on-field referee who had a clear view of the incident decided to give a yellow card, but then VAR decided to intervene. It is ridiculous. That is the only issue and the only complaints I have in regards to that decision. Is it a red card? Yes. Was it through on goal? Yes. Would he have scored? We don't know. This is the facts. Is it clear and obvious? It's 45, 50 yards away from goal. We would never know till kingdom come whether this man was going to score. But it is what it is. That is the only issue I had with that decision. These players need to start taking responsibility when they step on the field of play. It is now getting ridiculous. Against Brighton, against Manchester City, now against Bournemouth. And if you look at all those red cards, they were avoidable red cards. These aren't like, they're bad challenges, 2-footed, studs up, all of that kind of stuff. These are silly red cards. We need to cut it out of our games. A lot of people online are blaming Arteta. You can't blame Arteta for this. He's picked the players. These players are experienced enough. They are savvy enough, but they also need to take responsibility when making decisions like this, because you are costing the team. You are costing us points. Don't get me wrong, we still have a long way to go in the season. We still have 30 Premier League games left. So anything can happen. Manchester City can drop points. Liverpool can drop points. We can drop more points. But the fact of the matter is, when you keep getting red cards and you keep finishing games with 10 men, this is what is bound to happen. We got away with it twice against Brighton and against Manchester City. Manchester City, we got a point each. Unfortunately, third time, we were unlucky. We can't keep carrying on. Arteta needs to go and educate these players. Honestly, if they're not already educated, because they are costing the rest of their colleagues. Because that means like the rest of the players are having to work not only twice as hard, but also carrying you in order to try and get a result. We cannot keep playing every game like this. That is the only issue I have in regards to these red cards. It's not one of those red cards that we are doing malicious tackle, that endangering other players. These are silly red cards, which are avoidable. Arteta, it is not your fault. However, you need to let your players know we cannot keep getting these silly red cards if we want to win the bloody title. It's not going to wash. We can't keep getting away with it. And unfortunately, this time around, it has caught up with us and I've had enough. So going into the game, the next game against Liverpool, which now Saliba is going to miss, which then means potentially Ben White, if he's fit enough, will come into the centre-back position, because personally, Kivior is not cutting it. He is not cutting it. So therefore, I will do my match preview when it comes to the Liverpool game. The good thing is we've got a quick turnaround. Champions League is next. Shakhtar Donetsk on Tuesday. I will be going to that game. So tune in for some content from that game. And yeah, we move on to the next one. So we don't have to wait long before we get back on the winning streak. On the winning streak? On the winning streak. But yeah, you get what I mean. Listen, that is my reaction for this game. If you are new around here, please consider hitting that like, that share, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and it will go a long way in helping me grow. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Listen, Gooners, let's keep our heads up. It's still the early starts of the season. We've still got a long way to go. This team is fantastic. We've got great players. We just need to cut out those little mistakes, and we can actually do this. I still believe we can. At the beginning of the season, I predicted that Arsenal can win the league, and I still believe in it. This is not a cause for concern. It's a little mistake, but yet it is costing us. But yeah, up until the next video, guys, enjoy your weekend as much as you can. And if you are at the Shakhtar Donetsk game on Tuesday, I will be seeing you guys there. Take care, Gooners. Have a good one.